everybody. Who is ready for some meat candy? Yeah, we're talking about beef brisket burnt ends. Hi, and welcome to the Picky Eater channel. I'm Tony B, and today we're going to be, well, I'm doing this as a two-parter, right? So really today we're focusing on the first part of that, which is burnt ends. Now this is going to be beef brisket burnt ends. I cooked the brisket last week, and what I did is what was left over, I cubed it up into small, like about 1-inch cubes. I put it into one of the freezer, you know, the shrink, what do you call it? The seal and meal deal. Put it into that, threw it in the freezer, and today I'm ready to go. So it makes it for a very easy meal. The second part of this will be a separate video. We got the In-Sky 10-cord, 10-in-1 air fryer thingy, the monster air fryer. And I'm gonna try that out tonight with the side dish for this, and that will be some Red Robin steak fries. You can't beat that, from the freezer section, of course. So let's get right into it, man. Okay, like I said, we're gonna do this in two parts, all right? So the first part is gonna be all about the burnt ends, and then the second part is gonna be about this new air fryer that I've got. It's the In-Sky air fryer. We had like the small dash one that was just a little basket type of thing, and all my friends were telling me how great theirs was, that, you know, they had the new wave or whatever one, and so I wanted to try it out. I've already tried a couple of things in it, and tonight we're gonna try its maiden voyage with the rotisserie basket, so I can put some Red Robin French fries in there. That will be the separate video because, hey, people might just want to watch that alone. But burnt ends. So I did the video last week, and if you haven't seen that video, you can go check that out, watching how I cooked the whole brisket, and then I put it inside of one of these, I guess it's a seal meal type bag. All right, so it was easy to store it. I got a bunch of them here. Apparently I need some better scissors. Good enough. Okay, so I've got quite a bit. I've got two pans here because I've got two different kinds of barbecue sauce that I want to use. But the first thing I'm going to do is put them inside of this pan because I have got some rub right here. Let me move this. I've got some rub right here that I've mixed up actually with a little bit of the gospel. So we've got that in there from Meat Church. Some black pepper, and then I also put some Morton's Tender Quick in there. Just a little bit of saltiness, all right? And then I am going to toss these just to make sure that we get them coated with a little bit of this rub. Now these are fully thawed, by the way. I want to make sure all of them get a little bit of rub on them. Everybody touches the rub. And therein lies the rub. Dad jokes. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit in here now after I've gotten this into the rub for just a few minutes. I wanna let that kind of just sit on the meat. Wash my hands off, because I usually have some gloves on when doing this, and I'm gonna need them once I get the barbecue sauce out. And I don't want these things to be swimming in barbecue sauce, all right? So we're gonna be cognizant of that. You get the gloves on the right way, right? Meanwhile, I've got the Traeger out there preheated to 275, or it's preheating right now to 275. And once it gets to that, well, these will be ready to go in. All right, so these have been sitting for about 10 minutes, so I think it's about ready to get them sauced up. I'm not gonna put a lot of them in this second pan over here because it's a teriyaki, and it's kind of I don't know if teriyaki is gonna be good on this beef or not, so I figured we'll just keep it separate like that. Okay, so let's see, I'm just gonna use a Kraft sweet teriyaki. This is a slow simmered sweet teriyaki barbecue sauce. Yeah, nothing special. So we're just gonna get it on here to caramelize these things. Like I said, you don't need to have these things swimming in it, so I'm just gonna get it in there. But you do want to make sure that they all have barbecue sauce on them. I'm gonna give each one of these a little bit of space. I think that'll do for that, all right? Yeah, I wash off my gloves, you know. If I'm just going from one meat to the next one up. The other one is a spicy honey. You know, I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. I went to the Ace Hardware to go get some Traeger stuff, and I couldn't find anything. I was like, well, you guys don't have anything really in there. So yeah, a spicy honey. And here we go with this one. This one's a little thinner. So there we go. That's looking pretty good right there. Boy, those are going to be really tasty. Add a little bit more of this sweet teriyaki over here. love on each one of them. All right, I can check them later if I feel like I need to add a little bit more, I can, you know. But the idea is to get that to caramelize. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this pan with aluminum foil here first. All right. This one is not as easy to cover with aluminum foil, but we'll get it. That one's kind of an experiment. All right, and these are gonna go out to the Traeger. All right, I'm gonna take that down to 275. Okay. Ooh, well, she's clean-ish. That one will go right there. And that one will go right there. All right, so they're gonna sit in there snug as a bug in a rug, and I will check them, probably in about an hour or so. All right, so you might have wondered why I have this Jameson here. Well, yeah, this is about 45 minutes into it. I'm just gonna open these up, take a look here. Yep. Coming along, oh man, that smells good. Coming along real good. Now, again, I don't want these things to be swimming in anything here. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of Jameson in here. And looking at this, I think there's probably a little bit too much barbecue sauce in here, but it'll be all right. Oh, well, there's a bunch of, that'll be fun. Woo! All right, that'll cook around in there. So we're gonna put this oil back on. Dang, that smells good. Plenty of barbecue sauce on those. Okay, so let's take a look at these. These are gonna be, oh man. Ooh, that smells good already. I'll put a little bit of this in here with these. That'll get around in there. Now this one, I didn't use very much sauce. I'm just gonna put a tiny little bit more sauce on top of each one of these, just a blob. This is the sweet teriyaki. I think we got American Family in the background. All right, that's what my dog likes to watch. Okay, so those are gonna go back out there onto the Traeger, and I'm gonna leave them on there at probably 300 degrees now for another half an hour. All right, so I did come out here and take the foil off of these now, because I want them to just sit in there and get nice and crisper. Now these ones are gonna crisp up real good. I would say probably a little bit too much wet in there, but that's okay. All right, so here are the teriyaki ones. Those ones clearly done before the others. So now I'm gonna go ahead and sauce these up just a little bit here. Really, it'd be better off if these were in like a bowl or something so that I could toss them. And doing this one-handed is not great. Guys, I'm working on my stuff, you know, for filming these videos and how I want to film them. My other channel, a little bit easier, all stationary. But, you know, I'll get it down. So yeah, basically, tell you what, I'm gonna toss these, okay? I'm gonna do that off camera. Oh, gee, that looks amazing. I'm gonna eat this little piece right here. Oh. Yeah, that is definitely good. Gonna put some foil over that, and we'll get the other ones out. And our potatoes have been cooking in here. We'll see how that goes. You'll see that on the other video specifically for this. But since we got 2 minutes left of that. Oh my goodness. Look at all of that goodness right there. All right, so that is a spicy honey barbecue sauce. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sauce that up and toss it a little bit, and French fries should be done here in just a minute. Looks like we're about ready to eat. Gonna get our little tool here. Oh, gotta push this over. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good, boy. Mm-hmm. Just do like that. I'm gonna pour them in. Ooh, that's hot. That is perfect, man. Oh my goodness. Just the right amount of crunch. Let's break one of these in half for you here. Look at that. Mmm. That is done, and that is perfect. Not too shabby right there. Yep, we got our Red Robin French fries, or steak fries. And look at that. Oh man. That is just beautiful. Well, it's time to taste it. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bite of this and a bite of this. Oh man. Mmm. Mmm. So when you do the burn ends like this, the texture of the brisket, it just kind of crumbles apart, man. It just gets, it's meat candy. I don't even know if I could include this as like a meat for a meal, but that is delicious. Yeah, those fries are really good. Something I didn't think about is how the idea is not to have a bunch of oil and stuff like that when you're cooking with one of these air fryers. In this case, I could have sprayed them with some olive oil, and that would have probably made them a little bit crispier, but darn it, they are good. I'm happy. And that is burnt ends, brisket burnt ends. And, well, we used the air fryer to make some French fries in that rotisserie drum. That was awesome. So I do appreciate you watching. That's a lot of fun, and you can expect more of that here on the channel. I'm going to figure out some really cool stuff to do inside that air fryer because my mind is already just rolling on that. And if you have any requests, something that you want to see me make either on the Traeger, the Blackstone, or inside that new InSky air fryer, well, just let me know down in the comments. I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important. So if you like to see it, that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Easy for me to say. My mouth is just watering because I want to eat some of this. So that's going to be it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Picky Eater channel.